Hi, this is Lisa from the SWAM's mental health team. Recently, we asked the community to participate in a mental health question and answer. The questions featured in this video series were sent in and asked by members of the community. We would like to thank everyone who sent in a question for us to answer. If you need to have a yarn, please call the SWAM's mental health team on 97 266 000. All sessions and conversations are safe and confidential. If you need help immediately, Lifeline offers 24/7 crisis support. You can call them on 13 11 14.
Kaya Morich Kudala, my name is Justin Brown. I'm the mental health coordinator at SWAMS. I'm originally from New Zealand, from the tribe Ngāti Kānunu. Been over here for about 9 years now. My speciality within the team is I do counselling a couple of days a week. I specialise in trauma and also addictions. Okay, there's two questions here. The first one is, my son uses drugs. He stands to lose everything, his job, his wife and kids, but continues to choose drugs over everything else. Why can't he see what he's doing to us all? And the second question, people say drug use is a disease, but I believe it is a choice, that people choose to use drugs. Can you please explain? Well, I certainly think that drug use starts off as a choice. Addiction at its most simple is a defect in the brain's ability to properly perceive pleasure. What that means is that there's areas of the brain which is impacted by drug use, and they become almost like dominoes, where areas of the brain start to collapse and be impacted. In a normal working brain, we experience things and we create memories. But with somebody who's impacted by drug use, they don't just create a memory, but when they use drugs, the chemicals are so strong that they create a hyper memory. So they remember everything, what time of day it was, whether the sun was shining, who was there, music playing, everything gets stored not just as a memory, but a hyper memory. And that becomes a memory for future drug use and drug triggers and drug cues. And that's the power of some of these drugs. And people start to lose things. One of the key things as they start to lose is the ability to evaluate. So we know that they overestimate their drug use and them getting away with their drug use, and underestimate or underevaluate the things turning really bad really quick. So a guy could be at home and his wife says to him, hey look, I'm just going to go to the shops for 5 minutes. He thinks in his brain, okay, I can get to Rockingham, have a hit, get back, and my wife won't even know. 2 days later, he comes back, wife's gone, and he thinks to himself, what the heck has gone on? Other thing that people start to lose is insight. So they don't even realize how bad their drug use is getting. And that's a really key area. So that's when you start seeing these behaviors of people acting out, really going against their values, their morals, and their principles. And once you start to lose the ability of insight, you pretty much lose the mechanism or the steering wheel of choice. And by that time, the drug is sitting in this area of survival. So the person is believing that they need the drugs in order to survive. So the answer to a failing marriage isn't counseling or getting off the drug use, it's in fact more drugs. And so when it starts to get into those levels of drug use, we're in a very bad state. But I also need to say that people can recover. That when people come and get the right help, the right support, that they can recover from this stuff. I once worked with this lady who told me that people were telling her that you need to get well for yourself. And she looked at me with tears in her eyes and she said, Justin, she said, there's nothing left of myself to get well for. She says, I have to do it for my kids. So whatever the motivation is to get well, grab it, take it, bring it in, and we'll do everything that we can to help and support you.